My name is Eric Larson. I'm a polar adventurer and an expedition guide. I think for me, there really is no typical day on a big expedition. However, I'm usually someplace really, really cold, someplace really, really remote, freezing my you-know-what off. I think some of my biggest professional accomplishments, if you want to call what I do a profession, in 2010, I completed the first ever expedition to the South Pole and North Pole on top of Mount Everest, all in a year. And in fact, I've completed more polar expeditions than any other American in history. I recently returned from an expedition to the geographic North Pole that may realistically be the last North Pole expedition in history. Riveredge was a huge inspiration to me and my career path. As a kid, I was really interested in being outside, and one of the places that was outside was Riveredge, and so it gave me an opportunity to explore, to learn. I started learning about animals and insects and birds, and I was able to translate that into places and faraway places. I pretty much did every single activity at Riveredge, and I loved it. And it didn't matter if it was tapping trees and making maple syrup, banding birds, collecting prairie seeds, helping out doing trail work at times, helping out at events, volunteering at summer camps, going on the bigger teen trips. I basically spent as much time out at Riveredge as a kid as I possibly could. I would describe Riveredge as kind of like a microcosm of what this area used to be historically, as close to its natural state as possible. It's a refuge. We need wild places. We need quiet time to not be stimulated by all these other things that are in our life. It's a part of my big mission. Professionally, my goal in all of my adventures is to really help people understand their connection to the natural world. Because if we feel connected to a place, we're more apt to protect it. And it doesn't matter if it's this 300 and some odd acres in Newberg or if it's geographic North Pole. All these places are important for us. They're directly connected to our ability to live and survive and the health of all of our environment. I think I discovered a lot about myself at Riveredge. I think first and foremost, I discovered what I love. And I love being outside. And it's something that is with me in a really strong and huge way to this day. I also discovered, I think, a bigger thing about myself, and that was the freedom to discover, to explore, and equally important, make mistakes. I was able to learn a lot of the skills that I know now here. My name is Eric Larson, and I am a Riveredge Kid.